Yeah.
Let's talk about sports, Pete, to wind it up. You've got the Hall of Fame game coming up on Thursday. Tell us a little bit about what you think about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I think you're probably even more excited about it. Your Chicago Bears are going to be playing the Texans, Houston Texans. August 8th is the date, and it's the Hall of Fame game. It's out there in Canton. It's going to be really, really fun. And then the following Thursday, you've got Panthers, Patriots. You've got Lions, Giants. So we actually are getting pretty daggone close. I was lucky enough to be over at the Vikings training camp, John, for one of their first couple of practices on Saturday. I walked away just amazed at some of the athleticism that I was seeing out there. I was amazed at the speed that I was seeing out there. I was also a little surprised by the size. That was one thing that I'm looking going. It's amazing how much bigger college players are because of the different types of football that's played in college versus pro. But these guys are throwing the ball, and then they're throwing the ball. I'll tell you what, that brings me to this. How about we do a really early Super Bowl matchup? I don't know who you feel like it should be or will be, but I'm going to give you this. Baltimore Ravens. Why do I say them? Well, they've got the MVP, Lamar Jackson. They also signed a guy by the name of Derrick Henry, who only goes about 255 pounds. And I'm looking at linebackers at the Vikings that weigh maybe 220. If that were to be something, and I see more and more linebackers that are small against a running back like that, who also has a quarterback who no longer will have to feel like he needs to run. He can give it to Derrick Henry. He's got Mark Andrews as a tight end. They had 60 sacks out of that defense last year. I think the Baltimore Ravens take Kansas City this go around finally and get themselves to the Super Bowl. And I think the 49ers just return one more time, because where is there anything in the 49ers team that you say they're weak? I love the quarterback, Brock Purdy. I think McCaffrey is the fastest and best player in the entire NFL. I mean, that guy, what he can do on all different positions, along with Deebo Samuel. I mean, both of those guys can do anything, right? They can throw, they can run, they can block, they can catch, they can do it all.
Yep.
And then you got Kittle. So, when I look at that, and then I look over on the defensive side, you don't even have to say anything. The 49ers defense is one of the best in all of football. So I'm going to say early on that it's going to be Baltimore and San Francisco in the Super Bowl this year.
Yep. I'm going to make it short and easy, Pete. I agree. I agree.
I like it. All right. This one you're going to be a little bit longer on. How about quarterbacks? Right. Jordan Love is now the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Who would have thunk it, right? I mean, last year, starting out the year, would you have said, well, Jordan's going to probably get the biggest contract ever made? But he is, and every quarterback who signs gets a little bit more than the previous quarterback, then a little bit more than the previous quarterback. He did have a nice run last year, John, but are we jumping too fast to give these guys money these days? Because he's only had he had one full season starting, and that was last year. Now, He had a nice run. He had 18 touchdowns and 1 interception in the last 8 games that he played. That made him look pretty damn good to the staff, obviously, which is why they gave him the money they did. But are we getting out of hand, John, or is it just part of life? I mean, that the contracts are here. Quarterbacks are taking 20-25% of the entire salary cap. I mean, I don't know. At some point, do the wheels come off?
Well, at some point they could for one team or another. But as you said, and I could just emphasize what you said, Pete, if indeed the player, if you wait, you're just going to pay more, because whoever is the next player, I mean, I guarantee you, Pete, Purdy's contract will be bigger than Jordan Love's contract, because that's the way it goes. So I would look for the longer you wait, the more you're going to get. And Jordan Love got a lot. Purdy will get a lot more.
Well, there's a guy down in Dallas by the name of Dak Prescott who's probably looking at you right now wanting to give you a big hug and a kiss and lift you up in the air and tell you, you're right, John Najarian.